Great. Welcome, everybody. I'm Gina, and today we're going to start with a five senses meditation. So, to begin with, get yourself really super comfy, cozy. You can be seated or lying down. You can put something behind your back if that feels more comfortable. And we're going to practice noticing, which is something that can really ground us and bring us back to earth if we are feeling overwhelmed or if we're feeling some other type of really intense emotion and it's hard to think logically or know what the next best thing to do. Coming back to mindfulness and just noticing what is factual, what is around us, what can we perceive with our senses can be really helpful. So if you find yourself feeling overwhelmed, you can try this technique to bring yourself back to the here and now. It takes only a few minutes and it invites our body to be in this present moment, because it's usually when we're worried or when we're feeling anxious, it's because we have either felt regret or worry about something that's already happened that we can't change, or we're projecting and we think something bad's going to happen in the future that we also don't have a lot of control over that. All we have control over is how we experience this one present moment. So I invite you to just scan your surroundings wherever you are, and just notice five things that you can see. They could be neutral things. It doesn't have to be your favorite thing. It doesn't have to be anything in particular. You can either say the names of those things out loud, or you can just notice them silently in your head. And as you look at a thing, as you name a thing, pause to really take in what it is. What shape is it? What qualities does it have? What colors do you see? What textures is this item? And do that for each of the five things. So if you have already moving on to something else, really looking at it, really observing, and then moving on to the next thing, really observing that. And then moving on to something else. How big or small is it? What would it feel like to touch, to smell? And then the fifth thing, whatever it is, wherever you are. And then keeping those five things from your surroundings in the back of your mind, now I'll invite you to close your eyes. And if that's not comfortable, you can always just lower your gaze, just so that we can go inward. And we're going to identify four things that we can feel within our body. And you might not feel anything at first, so you might have to really go within. And it could be something like the breath, which we can control. We can feel the chest and the belly expanding. That's an easy place to start. But you also might feel your heartbeat. You might feel your pulse in your temples or in your neck or in your wrists. You might feel sensations. Maybe your tummy's rumbling. Maybe there's tingling. Maybe there's discomfort somewhere. It's fine, whatever it is. We're not labeling it good or bad. We're not judging it. We're just identifying four things that we can feel in the body. And you can either note them out loud or quietly in your head. And just like we did with what we could see, you can rest your attention for a few seconds and move on to the next one. And then keeping your eyes closed, we'll move away from what we can feel to what we can hear. And we'll identify 3 things that we can hear in our immediate surroundings. And it might be very quiet where you are. You might have to really listen. And again, if it doesn't seem like there's something that's coming to your ear, maybe you can hear your breath. Maybe there's something going on outside that's kind of faint in the distance. Maybe there's the sound of the house, of the heating, of someone elsewhere. And again, we'll linger for a few seconds and move on to the next, and to the next. We'll take in the sounds with curiosity. It's not necessary to know exactly what they are, so if it's something that's far away, you're not sure what it is, that's okay. We just notice the quality of the sound. Is it loud or quiet? Is it shrill or deep? Is it a long, continuous sound, or is it a discrete, short sound? And you can notice whatever you notice. If you can't hear anything at all, the absence of sound is okay to register. That's still being in the present moment. That's still saying, okay, what's happening around me? And if the answer is nothing, the answer is nothing. And then we'll let go of what we can hear. And we'll move into our sense of smell, noticing 2 things that you can smell. And with this one, sometimes you're in a space that there's a very clear smell. And other times there is not something that's really coming to you. So if that's the case, you can open your eyes and look around and see, oh, what's around me that might have a smell? So maybe there's some flowers or a candle or some food or a book or whatever it is. So feel free to use your surroundings to find a smell if one isn't immediately apparent. And also, if you can't find 2 smells, you can just notice what you notice. And if you notice the absence of a smell, that's okay too. That's still keeping you in the present moment. Maybe you're noticing the quality of the air coming in and out of your nose. Maybe it is cold on the in and warm on the out. And that's how you're staying in the present moment with this sense. That's fine. And then we'll let go of our sense of smell and notice one thing you can taste. And again, this might be something that you have recently eaten that you can still have a lingering taste. Or maybe you've brushed your teeth or chewed some gum, or maybe it is just feeling how your tongue feels in your mouth. Rubbing your tongue against your teeth, feeling the shape of your mouth, how wet the inside of your mouth is, how the lips come together. That's fine too. So again, if you don't have a clear, distinct taste, that's fine. Noticing an absence of taste and noticing what you notice is just exactly right. You can't do this wrong. And then finally, I'll invite you with your eyes closed to come back to the 5 things that you looked at in the very beginning of this practice and recreate them in your mind, visualizing all of the details that you initially noticed, the color, the texture, where it was in the room around you. And then moving to the next and thinking about the second object. Where is it? What does it look like? What shape is it? What size is it? And then moving to the third item, recreating it in your mind with as much detail as you can recall. And then on to the fourth, any details, the size, the color, the texture, the shape. And your final item, what does that one look like? And hold that in your mind. And when you give your mind work to do like this, asking your mind to observe and collect data, collect information from the ways in which we understand our environment, which is through our sight, our smell, our taste, the sounds, what we can touch. It's very difficult for the mind to also be preoccupied with the past or to be worried about the future, which actually calms our nervous system down. So being really present through our senses can help bring us back to what we can control, which is how we are taking action or not taking action right here, right now. We'll end this practice with a body scan. So if there's any area that feels tense or tight, go ahead and shuffle around, move however you need to make yourself even 1% more comfortable. And we'll start with the right hand today, thinking about the thumb and the index finger, the middle finger, the ring finger, and the pinky finger. And then bringing the attention to the palm of the hand and the back of the hand, the wrist, the lower arm, and the elbow, the right upper arm and the shoulder, the right side of the torso, and the right side of the belly, the right hip, and the right thigh, the front and the back, the right knee, and the lower part of the leg, the shin and the calf, bringing the attention to the right ankle, the heel, the arch of the foot, the ball of the foot, and all of the toes, the big toe, second toe, the third toe, the fourth toe, and the fifth toe. And then thinking of the whole right side of the body as one. And then letting go of that and bringing the attention over to the left hand, the left thumb, and the index finger, the middle finger and the ring finger, and the pinky finger, palm of the hand and the back of the hand, the wrist and the lower arm, the left elbow and the upper arm, the left shoulder, and then bringing the attention to the left side of the torso, the front, the side, the back, the left belly, left side of the belly, the left hip, and the left leg, the thigh and the back of the leg, the knee, the lower half of the leg, the shin and the calf, the left ankle, the left foot, the heel and the arch of the foot, the ball of the foot, all 5 toes, the big toe, the second toe, the third toe, the fourth toe, and the baby toe. And then bring your whole left side of your body all at once to your attention. And then bring the attention up to your throat center and your neck, the front of the neck and the back of the neck. And then up the back of the neck to the back of the skull, to the top of the skull, over to the forehead, to the right elbow and the right eyebrow and the left eyebrow, to the nose, to the cheekbones on the right and the left, letting the eyes be relaxed. Let them sink into their sockets. Relaxing the jaw on the left and the right, separating the teeth, relaxing the ears. And we'll close with a single Om today. So feel free to listen or feel free to join in. We'll start with a cleansing breath in and let it all go. Inhale. Take your time. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes.